Mom, before you leave, could you help me with something? I'm doing a report on my family history. I wanted to ask you about my birth family.
Episode 5 from Season 3 makes no sense. This is the one where Luke wants to learn about his birth parents. Christina gets worried and starts to get all tongue-tied. She begins to avoid Luke's every attempt to have this tough conversation. But it makes no sense for Christina to get so upset about this. Christina barely spends any time with Luke, but now she wants to act all worried and upset. It all starts with the family having breakfast. Luke has to do a report on his family history. He asks Christina if she can help him out, but things get awkward.
Oh. Now? So, what do you want to know?
Christina doesn't know how to respond, so she tells Luke if they can talk when she's back from her trip.
Is there any way that we could have this conversation when I get back from my trip? Or after you have grandkids?
Luke doesn't give up and even asks Jessie for help. He asks Jessie to talk with Christina and convince her to give him some information about his birth parents. Jessie tells Luke that obviously Christina isn't ready to talk about this right now, and that she has to respect Christina's decision. Luke takes this pretty hard and gets bummed out. He's out in the terrace, but Emma approaches him with help.
What if I helped you find your birth parents?
You? Help me? Why?
Because if I were adopted, I would want to know. Plus, there's a lot about you that needs explaining.
Emma says that they can take Jessie's keys and open the desk that has all of Christina's important documents. Luke agrees and the two kids move forward with the plan. Emma distracts Jessie so Luke can take the keys from her purse.
Okay, I wouldn't let you date that guy who got detention, so this is out of the question.
But I love him!
Luke and Emma go on to open the desk and look through the documents. Luke finds the paper that details the stuff about his birth mom. Luke sees his birth mom's actual name and his own nickname.
Here's some stuff about my birth mom. Her name is Vanessa Coulson.
And your middle name is Dilbert.
Emma searches the name up on the internet and finds out that Luke's birth mom is a wrestler. This gets Luke really excited.
The Motor City Mauler is a world-class female wrestler, also known by her real name, Vanessa Coulson. My mom's a wrestler? This is amazing!
Emma and Luke approach Jessie with this new information. The kids also tell Jessie that Luke's birth mom is having a wrestling match in New York and that they should go. But Jessie doesn't let the kids go to the wrestling match. Jessie says that Luke's parents should be present for an important situation like this one.
Luke, I know this is huge for you, but meeting her is something that your parents should be here for. I just can't let you go. I'm so sorry.
Luke and Emma walk away upset, but Bertram walks in to speak with Jessie. Bertram checks out the paper that has the birth mom name and realizes that Luke got the name wrong.
This doesn't say Coulson. It says Olson. The C is blackberry jam. What? Sometimes I snack when I'm filing.
But it doesn't matter anymore because Luke snuck away and still went to the wrestling match. Jessie goes after him so she can tell Luke that he got the name wrong and searched up the wrong person. When Jessie arrives to the wrestling match, they mistakenly put her into a match. This prevents Jessie from telling Luke and Emma the truth. But at one point of the match, Luke shares a moment with who he thinks is his birth mom, but quickly everything gets revealed. The wrestler lady tells Luke she appreciates his skills, but that she doesn't have a kid.
I've been trying to tell you. She's not your birth mom. You read the name wrong. I'm so sorry.
What? So, you never had a son who got adopted?
No. I'm sorry, kid. But I like the cut of your jib and the stink of your pit.
Thanks.
The kids and Jessie go home. Luke is dissatisfied with what happened. Christina then walks in and finally has the tough talk with Luke. Christina tells Luke that she doesn't think he's ready to find out about his birth parents. But this is where Jessie chimes in.
I've seen how important this is to Luke. At the very least, he's ready to start talking about it. Is it possible that you're just not ready to listen? Please don't fire me.
Christina realizes that she actually is the one that's not ready. But she also reveals to Luke that she's worried he will prefer his birth parents more than Morgan and Christina.
Is that what you're worried about? Just because I want to learn more about my past doesn't mean I want to replace you. This will always be my home.
That's for sure. It's not like you're ever leaving for college. Come on, Jessie, pick your moments.
Christina finally gives Luke the information that he so badly desires. It's a letter from his birth mom.
What does it say, honey?
It's kind of great. She says that she's thankful I'm going to live with such a wonderful family, and that if I decide I want to meet her when I'm older, she'd like that very much. She just wants me to be happy. Also, that I get my freckles from my grandpa, Filbert.
When you think about adoption, you normally picture the worst-case scenario. You imagine the kids getting taken away by force from their parents and put into the system. But this episode doesn't go with that stereotype. By the sounds of the letter that Luke reads, it comes across as if Luke was put for adoption in a non-evil way. Maybe Luke's mom was young and still in school, so she couldn't raise a baby. Who knows the reason why? But it's cool that they didn't go with the trope of Luke having a bad childhood and getting taken away from his parents. But the main idea of this video is that Christina had no right to be upset. She kept dodging Luke every time he made an attempt to learn about his birth parents. But why would she do this? She adopted Luke and is his new mom, but she's literally never home. She's always gone, and so is Morgan. She's so worried Luke will prefer his birth parents, but yet she's never home. Jessie is more of a mother figure to Luke than Christina ever was. If anything, it would actually make sense that Luke prefers his birth parents over his adoptive parents. Morgan and Christina are literally never there for him. Luke has a great life and gets to live in a huge penthouse. But what's the point of all that if your parents are never even home? That's why this episode never made sense. They try to make the viewers feel bad for Christina and be on her side, but the viewers are on Luke's side. Nobody liked seeing Christina act so scared, and that's because we all noticed she was never home.